Hello everyone, welcome back to English for You. I'm Angeline.
And I'm Mike, and here we are on day 3 of the story of the Nutcracker.
What has happened so far? Yesterday, Marie's godfather tells us a story about a mouse queen. And the mouse queen puts a spell on the king and queen's daughter.
Princess Pirlipat.
And what does the spell do?
It makes her ugly. That's right. They ruin the beautiful good looks of their daughter. And of course, the king and queen are very unhappy about this. They want to break the spell or get rid of this evil magic, this evil curse on their daughter. So they find out that to get rid of the spell, she needs to find a boy that has never shaved.
Right.
They have to find a young boy who's never shaved.
Probably has a beard, right?
And this young boy can walk backwards for 7 steps without falling over. So he has to be able to walk back, not very far, not like 7 miles, 7 steps.
You could do that.
I think I could do that.
You could save Princess Pirlipat.
I could. I would just... Is he allowed to look at where he's going first and then just walk?
I think you could do that.
I think it would be easy. You just look for rocks and trees.
You could save her.
I could.
But actually, do you want to save her?
Well, I don't know.
Because remember what happened after?
I think I would at first, but she turned out to be a nasty princess. The young boy who saved her was named Drosselmeyer.
Right.
Which is also the name of Marie's godfather who's telling the story. So could it be? Could it be?
I think we're going to have to find out.
Okay.
We're going to have to read our story to find out.
That's the big question. Is Marie's godfather the same boy who saved Princess Pirlipat?
And turned ugly? Remember?
And got kicked out of the kingdom later on? Well, so many questions to answer, so there's nothing for us to do now except jump into our story, check it out, and then we'll be back to talk about it.
Reading. The Nutcracker and the Mouse King. Mary finds the story heartbreaking. She goes to bed that night, but as she is thinking about it, she hears a voice. The 7-headed Mouse King has returned. He tells Mary she must give him candy, or he will kill the Nutcracker. She offers the Mouse King lots of cake and sweets, but he keeps demanding more. Then the Nutcracker appears. Drosselmeyer has fixed him. He boldly fights the Mouse King and cuts off his 7 heads with his sword. Afterward, all the toys come and celebrate with Mary. She thinks the Nutcracker is a hero, even though he is ugly. I would not be like Princess Pirlipat, she thinks. I would love a boy for his good heart, not his good looks. The next day, Drosselmeyer comes to the house again. And this time, his nephew accompanies him. His nephew is handsome again. Mary's kind thoughts have broken the spell. When she looks at the boy, they both know they will tie the knot someday.
So the young girl Marie is listening to her godfather Drosselmeyer tell her this story about the brave young boy, also named Drosselmeyer, who saved the princess only to become ugly himself and have the king, queen, and princess turn against him and kick him out of the kingdom after promising
to marry him.
That he could marry the princess, but now they say, no, you can't marry her. Yeah, you saved her, but you're too ugly. Get out of here. It's a very sad story. So as Marie listens to it, it says Marie finds the story heartbreaking. Yes, heartbreaking is made up of 2 words, heart and break or breaking. So it's Heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. It's one word. If something is heartbreaking, it breaks your heart. It's very, very sad. Maybe in kind of a story, like romantic kind of way, but they were in love, but then they never met, and he walked by her and she didn't notice, and then they never spoke ever again. It was heartbreaking. I'm so sad.
Do you need a tissue?
I'm going to go home and eat a lot of chocolate. It's terrible. For example, we could say something like, when the baseball team lost the game in the last hit, it was heartbreaking for their fans. The fans were like, we're going to win. No, we lost. And if you listen carefully, you can hear the hearts breaking.
Can you? Yeah,
you can.
Probably.
You can. So it's very sad. Isn't it sad?
It is sad.
This young boy sent away and after saving everyone.
Next, the article says she goes to bed. So we're talking about Marie. She goes to bed that night.
So sad.
But as she is thinking about it, she hears a voice.
She hears a voice. Now, it could be her brother or it could be a family member, but it's not. It's worse than that. The article says the seven-headed Mouse King has returned.
Ew.
This is that evil Mouse King leading his evil mouse army that we met in day 1. He was fighting against the Nutcracker in Marie's first dream, and she kind of saved the day by taking her shoe,
right?
throwing it at him, and chasing the Mouse King away. But now he's back, and remember, he's a bad guy.
Okay, so he must be up to no good.
Of course, he's an evil Mouse King.
Yeah, our article says he tells Marie she must give him candy.
Candy?
Or he will kill the Nutcracker.
Candy?
Yeah, why candy?
Why doesn't he ask for cheese?
Or crackers.
He's a Mouse King.
Exactly.
Anyways, but I guess he's got a sweet tooth, this Mouse King. Maybe that's how he got 7 heads. So if you have a mouse, don't feed it candy, or it might have 7 heads. I don't think that's true. Anyways, so she offers the Mouse King lots of cake and sweets, but he keeps demanding more. Oh my gosh, he's a very greedy Mouse King. That's right. If you offer something to someone, you're willing to give it to them. Hey, would you like some of this? I'm offering you something. Many times if you're walking down a street or through a store, people might be offering you little ads or free samples of food. You can take it or you can not take it. But the point is here, they're giving something to you. They're very willing for you to take something because they are offering it, right? For example, we would say, I would offer you a snack, but I know you just ate lunch.
I didn't. I'm actually hungry.
Oh, really? Okay, well, then I can offer you a snack. Would you like something to eat?
Yes, I would.
Great.
Okay, so the verb demand is actually less polite than offer.
Very much so.
Okay, so to demand something means to request. We learned this word yesterday, request. But it's requesting for something that you think you have the right to get.
Right.
And you're not going to let anybody say no.
Exactly. If you demand it, you're saying, give it to me. You're not saying, please, can I have it? You're saying, give it to me because it's mine.
For example, the workers demanded their boss to raise their pay.
Wow, the workers were upset, and if they don't get what they demand, they're
gonna quit.
Walk off the job or go on strike or something like that. So this greedy mouse is eating all the food. When she says, is that enough? He says, no, give me more. Because he's an angry
greedy little mouse
who really loves dessert. Then the Nutcracker appears. Remember the soldier, the hero, the Nutcracker, who was broken at the beginning of the story and was fighting the Mouse King? Well, he's back, and he's better than ever because it says Drosselmeyer has fixed him.
So his jaw is not broken anymore.
He's okay now. He can talk like this. Hey, I'll try and come back. I'm gonna get ya.
Okay, so what does Drosselmeyer do next? Well, he boldly fights the Mouse King and cuts off his 7 heads with his sword.
Wow! That must be a very sharp sword. Cut. 7 heads. Amazing. And he must have done it very boldly because you don't cut off 7 heads. It's like, you got to be very bold. Bold is kind of like confident. Right?
Like you're brave and you're not afraid of danger, or you're not afraid of taking any risks.
There you go.
Right.
Yes. If we use boldly, we're talking about the way you do something, and you're doing it with a lot of courage. You're not doing it with any doubt or fear.
Exactly. For example, Christopher boldly spoke out against the company's new policies.
So he wasn't like, I think, I don't know, but it's just my opinion, but... He said, I think this is what's going on, and I'm telling you what's happening, and I'm right, so you listen to me. And they said, you're fired. And he said, okay. Anyway, so he also saw the word sword. There, he boldly cut off the king's heads with a sword. A sword is a type of weapon. It's an older type of weapon. Soldiers these days might not use them, but hundreds of years ago they did. It's basically a really long knife. It's made of steel or something like that. It's sharp on 1 or 2 sides. You pull it out like this and you go, huzzah! And then you fight, and then you stab or cut. And it can hurt people, so don't play around with swords. They're kind of illegal these days, but you might see them in a museum and certainly in movies with old soldiers and old knights and things like that. For example, you could say the prince pulled out a sword and got ready to fight.
Yeah.
He did. Afterwards, back in the story, all the toys, they come and they celebrate with Marie because the evil Mouse King is dead.
Finally.
We can have dessert.
Our article says she thinks the Nutcracker is a hero.
He is a hero.
Even though he is ugly.
Who cares?
Exactly. A hero is a person who is admired because he or she did something very brave.
My hero.
Let's use the word hero in an example sentence.
Okay.
The local hero saves a mother and her baby when their car catches on fire.
Wow, so heroes are brave, they take action when other people might be afraid, and they often save someone or they save a dangerous situation.
And
very cool.
And they risk their life doing it.
They put their life in danger to help other people, absolutely. So Maria is thinking, she's thinking about, why she would want to fall in love with this sort of ugly but heroic Nutcracker, and she thinks to herself, I would not be like Princess Pirlipat. She's the princess who turned away the hero when she discovered that he was ugly. So Marie's saying, I won't be like that. I won't just look at his face at the outside. I'll look at his heart, and in his heart, he's a brave, heroic Nutcracker.
Marie continues to say, I would love a boy for his good heart, not his good looks.
There you go. That's a very healthy and nice attitude to have.
It is.
And so the next day, back in the real world, Drosselmeyer comes to the house again, and this time his nephew accompanies him. So he comes to the house and he has a nephew.
He does?
He does. A nephew would be the son of his sister or brother.
Okay.
So for this nephew, for this young boy, Drosselmeyer is his uncle. When you accompany someone, you go somewhere with them. Hey, do you want to come see a movie with me?
Sure, I'll accompany you.
She will accompany me to the movie theater.
Okay, so what do we learn? Our article says his nephew is handsome again.
Well, of course he is. It's the end of the story and it has to be happy. So this young boy is very handsome, and of course he and Marie look at each other and da-da-da-da-da, they fall in love and
There's
all
hearts
is well.
everywhere.
Marie's kind thoughts have broken the spell. So Marie's pure, loving heart has gotten rid of the evil magic. The ugly boy is now handsome again.
Kind of like Beauty and the Beast.
Kind of
right?
like Beauty and the
Story?
Beast and many other stories.
Fairy tales. Okay, and then our article says, when she looks at the boy, they both know they will tie the knot someday.
Oh.
Okay, so to tie the knot is our shortcut for you for today. So let's take a short break to watch our video.
Okay.
Shortcut for you.
Hey, have you seen this cool story? It's all about...
He's so handsome.
You're acting strangely. What are you doing?
I'm just thinking about this famous actor. Wouldn't it be cool if we met and fell in love?
I'm pretty sure that's never going to happen.
Why not? Who knows? Maybe we'd even tie the knot.
I'm sure he knows how to tie knots, but what does that have to do with anything?
I don't need him to tie a real knot. Tie the knot means to get married.
Okay, so you think you can tie the knot? In Chinese it means 结婚共结连理.
Yes, exactly.
You really are strange.
Okay, so we're back, and yes, to tie the knot is to get married. And as we read just earlier, it said they would tie the knot someday. Marie and the handsome young nephew would tie the knot someday. Someday is a great word. We can use it to talk about, well, time in the future. We're not exactly saying which day, which month, which year even. We're just saying in the future at some time. That's how we can use someday. For example, we could say, someday I'd like to travel around Italy.
Someday I'll marry the king.
Someday you'll marry the king of Italy.
Maybe.
Wait, Italy doesn't have a king.
The king, any king.
Some
I'll marry
king.
the
Okay,
king.
so someday, basically saying not next month or next year, I won't go to Italy then, but sometime in the future. So someday they'll get married, these two young people, and that will be truly the happy ending, but I think the ending of the story has been pretty good.
Pretty good so far. I mean, the seven-headed mouse is
He's gone.
dead.
That's right. Everyone
good
can
enough.
eat dessert again.
But what about the mouse queen?
Ooh.
Is
Well,
she
maybe
gonna
that's
come?
Nutcracker too.
Oh.
The cracking.
The cracking.
Who knows? But anyways, we do know that we have a chat question coming up, and it'll be happening right after this short break, so do come back for that.
For You Chat.
All right, we're back for our chat question, and it's all about appearances or how someone looks. People can be beautiful or handsome, or they can be kind of ugly or unattractive. Now, the question is, how important is that to you? How important are good looks to you? And yes, be honest with your answer. Are you like Princess Perla-Pat, where if someone's ugly, nah, I don't even want to talk to him? Or are you like Marie, who looks beyond the outside and sees the person's heart and soul for their true beauty?
Okay, so I have to answer this question.
Please do, and be
I have
honest
to be
with your
honest.
answer.
Okay,
Tell the
so-
truth. Don't say, I like anyone because it doesn't matter what looks are like. Yeah, okay, but what do you really think?
Okay, so to be honest.
To be honest,
Because I don't want to lie.
Don't lie.
And it would be a lie to tell you this.
that's true.
Looks are important.
Okay.
To me.
All right.
Okay. I don't need somebody to look like Brad Pitt.
Okay. That's
let's
kind
be
of
honest.
unusual, yeah.
Because, I mean, you have to kind of check out what you look like yourself. So
You do?
if today I was a model, maybe I looked like Angelina Jolie.
Okay.
Then I could expect my partner or my significant other to look like Brad Pitt, right? I could,
guess you could.
Yeah, but anyways,
That didn't really work out for Angelina and Brad, though, did
that's
it?
true, no.
Yeah.
Okay, so see, even looks doesn't matter.
That's a good point. I think when you first meet someone, of course, looks are important because
Right.
that's all you know about the person.
Yes.
But as you get to know them, that's when I think you start to see the difference between people who are good looking but maybe not very interesting or maybe not very nice. And then there's other people who don't look so great on the outside, but they're funny, they're interesting, they're great to be around, and they're really good-hearted people. So I think because we are humans, because we do have eyes, and the eyes are the first thing you use when you meet someone, it is important, but it shouldn't be the only thing you judge people on. You're really missing out on life, and you're really being kind of mean if you're only judging people by their looks.
The thing is, though, I noticed that, for example, if somebody looks really, really good, maybe they're really beautiful, really, really handsome, but their personality or their inside isn't very good, they might be mean, they tend to look ugly.
Really?
To me, that's what
Interesting.
it's like.
As you get to know them, their good looks become sort of cruel and ugly looks.
Yeah. And then if you're maybe not so attractive, maybe you're just average, but you have a really nice personality, to me, you tend to look prettier.
There you go. So everyone's different. As the old saying goes, don't judge a book by its cover. You have to actually look inside the book, look inside the person to get the real story. All right, you guys, what do you think about that very interesting question?
It is.
Have a chat about it, and we'll see you back here sometime in the very near future. I could even say someday in the very near future. That's right. Bye-bye and happy nutcracking.
The Nutcracker and the Mouse King. Mary finds the story heartbreaking. She goes to bed that night, but as she is thinking about it, she hears a voice. The seven-headed Mouse King has returned. He tells Mary she must give him candy, or he will kill the Nutcracker. She offers the Mouse King lots of cake and sweets, but he keeps demanding more. Then the Nutcracker appears. Drosselmeyer has fixed him. He boldly fights the Mouse King and cuts off his 7 heads with his sword. Afterward, all the toys come and celebrate with Mary. She thinks the Nutcracker is a hero, even though he is ugly. I would not be like Princess Perla-Pat, she thinks. I would love a boy for his good heart, not his good looks. The next day, Drosselmeyer comes to the house again, and this time his nephew accompanies him. His nephew is handsome again. Mary's kind thoughts have broken the spell. When she looks at the boy, they both know they will tie the knot someday. Vocabulary Review.
Heartbreaking. The team suffered a heartbreaking loss in the final game of the season. Offer. Jenny has already offered me some help with finding a job. Boldly. Patricia boldly fought for her position during the argument. Sword. Before guns were invented, many people fought with swords. Hero. The hero saved the women and children from the burning building. Someday. Heather wants to become a doctor someday.